Hey there, this is Stephanie Treasure, host of the Coach and Profit Giveaway, where 50 plus experts share visibility, marketing, and business strategies for making six figures and more in your coaching business so that you can grow, leverage, and scale. I've invited my colleagues to shine the spotlight on the high value resources that they have provided for this special event. So I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for prioritizing this and giving it your focus so that you can truly make your participation in this event as impactful for your business as possible. And today it is my pleasure to welcome and speak with my colleague, Melitta Campbell. Welcome, Melitta. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Stephanie. It's great to be here.
Awesome. I want to thank you again for being a part of this expert panel, for lending of your resource here in the giveaway, as well as your expertise here in this podcast. I hope that each person watching will glean some more insight from what you bring to the table and for marketing their businesses in general, and with specific strategies that you're going to be sharing with us. And I do hope that they walk away with something that they can actually make use of and implement right away and start seeing some traction. So and folks, as a reminder, if you're not already signed up, you can do so for the giveaway. It's completely free for the 2-week window of May 9th to 20th at coachandprofitgiveaway.com. That's coachandprofitgiveaway.com. All right. So and once you opt in, you'll see a button that leads you to all the resources, and then you'll find you can go to the marketing and sales category where you'll find Melitta's resource. So go ahead and tell us a little bit more about the work that you do and the people that you're working with.
So, well, thank you for inviting me to be part of this. I get lots of invitations of this kind, but the way you've done it and the way you've curated really high quality resources for everyone, it made me really want to be part of this particular group. So thank you for this opportunity, and hi to everyone listening. So I am Melitta Campbell. I'm a business coach specifically for coaches and consultants. I've chosen that specific group because I think they have so much value to share with the community. They have so much talent, experience, and passion for helping others that when you help them, you have this amazing ripple effect, and we can really together transform the world, which is very exciting for me. But I find that when you are a coach or consultant, it's particularly challenging to communicate your value and market yourself, because one, you have to sort of put a price on yourself, which is just weird for most of us. It's like, how do you go about that? And there are definite simple ways to do it. But also it's really quite an abstract thing that we're offering. A lot of people don't know what coaching is, or they think they know what it is, or they might have had an experience in the past that doesn't match what we're selling. So I'm really passionate about helping coaches and consultants to understand how to bypass any prejudice or misunderstandings and really communicate and connect with their audience so they can start to make a bigger difference in the world by helping the right people. So yeah, I'm really excited to be part of this and to be able to help them start that journey.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And I have to say, I agree with you as it relates to, because I actually come from a marketing background, having worked on big brands and with big companies to market, market the business, market their programs, market their products. But when it came to me stepping into the role of business owner, and especially not marketing a product, because I've worked in product management, it was a whole different ball game. And yeah, it was daunting for me as well. And I had to, unlearn some things, learn some new things. I got to a place where I picked up some things along the way that has allowed me to market my own business effectively and teach others how to do the same as well. So thank you for sharing that. So the resource that you brought to this giveaway, I want you to share with us what that is and how it will help those who are watching who are coaches and consultants looking to market themselves very specifically, very confidently, and very effectively to reach more of their audience.
So last year, I wrote the book, A Shy Girl's Guide to Networking. And as I was researching how to go about writing a book, I came across some advice from Neil Gaiman, who has written a gazillion books. I mean, he's a very prolific audit. No, anyway, he's written lots of books. Can't get my word
Say
out.
that again. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Prolific. Yes, that's the word.
Okay. Yes. Prolific. Yes.
And he said that, you know, when a character in a story gets in trouble, that's not the point where the problem is. The problem always started a few chapters earlier. And that's what I see with small businesses and coaches in particular with their marketing, the point where they're thinking, oh, this is too hard. It doesn't feel natural to me. I'm not getting the results that I want. That's not the point where the problem is. The problem usually is that they haven't got the right foundation in place for their business, and they haven't quite understood the marketing context. And I saw that this was coming up over and over and over as a challenge. So I created an entire program that I'm giving away free in this program to really help you understand what marketing is exactly, how to market yourself as a coach and consultant successfully and in ways that feel right, how to create a business plan. There's a complete marketing plan template, how to go about social media, how to create a feel-good funnel. There's a lot in this course, but my real intention is just to help people understand where to start with their marketing and have some real solid advice to help them put things in place that feels right for them. And so I'm really excited to share this with your audience.
Awesome. And this course is called, again, folks, it's Marketing Made Simple. So once you opt in for the giveaway, coachandprofitgiveaway.com, you go to the resources, the top of the page. We'll have the categories. Underneath the category of marketing and sales, look for the Marketing Made Simple. You could click on the button there and you'll get immediate access, from what you're saying, to all of these items that you've placed in the course. Sounds like plug and play. They'll be able to go through and actually, you know, do some, kind of workshop through it and be able to come out at the end of this this offer, at the end, be able to have workable items that they can use in their marketing, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And to understand things like, marketing can be a cost in your business, but how do you make it a profit driver within your business? And it's just these simple little elements to the marketing that make it really simple, make it straightforward, make it manageable so it doesn't dominate your life. You have plenty of time to work with these amazing new clients that you're attracting in, and just make it all enjoyable, because it has to be enjoyable. Otherwise, if your marketing isn't fun for you to do, it's not going to be fun for your clients to consume either. So it's really giving you everything you need to get a strong marketing foundation in place.
Great. And it doesn't stop there in terms of what the value that Melitta has brought to the table. So you can get a hold of the Marketing Made Simple course. And once you, access that, once you sign up for that course, you'll also be entered into a raffle to win a premium item. A few of our experts on the panel have opted to do this. So once you opt in for the Marketing Made Simple course, you're automatically in a pool that will, depending on how things go when Melitta does the drawing, you'll be eligible to win a premium that is a paid program. And in your case, that's the social media audit, which you've made available for 5 lucky people. Tell us what persons can expect this audit to look like.
So the audit, it's a live coaching with me and the winners, and we are going to go into whichever platform you choose, and you could even choose for it to be your website as well. It doesn't necessarily just have to be your social media presence. And to be honest, most of the time we go to your entire online presence to see what's working for you, where you're getting things right, where things can be improved, and to already start helping you to make those improvements, so that you can, within an hour, you're going to come away with a customized plan and a stronger understanding of how you are being represented or perceived by the outside world, and how you can take that to the next level. So it's really that, combined with the course, it's going to be such a powerful package together, because this really is an opportunity to take your business above and beyond, and also stop being so frazzled doing it all, because you'll have the exact steps to follow. I always enjoy those interactions because it is so highly personal, and we really get into what is your vision for your business? How are you helping your clients? What can they expect? And how can we really start to create an experience that brings your clients into a conversation and takes them to that next step in your process? So I'm really looking forward to working with 5 lucky people.
That's great value. So yes, and I like the fact that you said once you go through, so you can, once if you're a winner, after you've opted in and you've downloaded the Marketing Made Simple course, you start using that right away, so that when you get on these social media audits, you can really get some specific feedback from Melitta as to, once she audits your social media marketing or your website, as to what you can do to really position yourself properly in the marketplace and be seen as an expert, and be able to attract, the right audiences, and, really start the relationship building with your potential next clients. So thank you for sharing that. All you have to do, opt in for the Marketing Made Simple free offer after you sign up for the giveaway at coachandprofitgiveaway.com. Once you download that, you will be entered into the raffle. And I believe we're going to be announcing winners the week after we end the giveaway. So after the 20th, after everybody has opted in, then Melita will do the drawing the following week, and you'll be notified directly by her. So I want to ask you, we spoke about in the beginning, the conundrum or the difficulty or the challenge that people face after having come from corporate, from an employee mindset, and now having to step into the hat of a business owner and now have to market themselves as the face of their business to bring on their ideal clients. What do you find to be one of the big mistakes that people make when marketing their small business?
I think the one big mistake I see, and it costs people a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of sanity, is trying to market themselves the way that big businesses do. And I understand why. When you start a business, you look to what successful businesses do, and you can forget that they have big budgets, big teams, a lot of experience, and they've been on a journey already. They figured out bit by bit what works, what doesn't, and they've kind of invested in the path of what works. As a small business owner, you will go bankrupt if you try and do these strategies. Things like paid ads, for example. They are a brilliant way to bring in new leads, but only once you know that your messaging is working, your marketing is working, your sales process is working. Otherwise, you're just throwing money down the drain. So don't try and market yourself like a big business. But here's the thing. Big businesses spend an absolute fortune trying to market themselves the way that small businesses do. So small businesses already have a huge advantage because you do know your customer base. You can build individual one-to-one relationships with your audience. You can have those personal conversations. You can really engage with people and add a lot of customized value to the marketplace. So start there. Really think like a small business and an individual business, and try and market to people one-to-one in the beginning. You'll learn a lot more about what works that way. You'll have some amazing conversations. You'll learn a lot about your audience, and you can bring that customer understanding into all of your decisions for your business. And actually, for me, that is marketing, putting customer understanding at the heart of every decision you make. And then everything you do is aligned. Everything you do it makes sense for the audience. And so it's going to work for you and it's going to be profitable. So don't try and be a big business. Just try and be you when you're marketing yourself.
That is such sage advice, right? I've seen that. I've seen companies invest in they invest big bucks, and some of those big bucks are going towards team, employees, people that they hire and bring on board to be community managers, or these outreach people or social media officers or marketers who can reach out to their audience members individually, because these big companies, they have thousands and thousands of followers. They don't have the time or the bandwidth, at least not the top execs, to do this. So they hire people to do what you can do with your smaller numbers, right? You know, a lot of marketers bemoan having, you know, my email list is only X amount, or, you know, it's less than 500, or I have like 100 people following me on Facebook, or 100 people following me on all social media platforms put together. But that's when you can really, like you said, build more customized experiences and really allow people to feel heard, feel a part of a community, which is what, like you said, the bigger companies are hiring people to do. When they hire these community managers, they're trying to build in that personal aspect into their marketing that you already have the edge and the advantage to do. So yeah, I totally agree there. You know, start, you know, reach out to those 100 people you have. It's only you, you're small, you're just starting, or even if you're not just starting, you have a small following, create those customized, personalized experiences, reach out to your audience and establish those relationships as you build and get bigger and bigger. And one thing we said offline that you can remind folks of as relates to, you know, the advertising spending the bigger dollars, in terms, if you're looking at your marketing journey and kind of how things should progress. I remember you were saying that the advertising should come at the end. You want to expand on that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, until you know that your message is landing with the right people and taking them, encouraging them to take the right next actions, and then those next actions are taking them to next ones, and they're actually becoming and converting into clients. Until you get to that stage, then putting money into your advertising is just money down the drain. It's like putting a Ferrari engine in a car that hasn't got wheels yet. You know, you want to know that those wheels are working. They're going to get you from A to B. And that's the moment when everything is working. Then you put money behind that to scale that up and accelerate your progress. So it's a journey. And I get it. When you start your business, you just want everything to work and you want to just get started with your clients. But you have to understand that it is an evolution. You're going to learn so much from those first handful of clients that you get that's going to teach you what you are really all about, who you really serve, how you really show up, how people really value you. And that's the point when you're going to start seeing your marketing message change and evolve and start to come together. For the same reason, I wouldn't advise people to start with a website unless you're an e-commerce business. But for coaches and consultants, don't start with a website, start with your clients. And I know it sounds topsy-turvy, but as I say, until you start working with some clients and having these conversations and seeing what people really value about what you offer, you won't know what to say on your website. You'll go round in circles. It'll take you months. And then you realize that 6 months in, you have to start again anyway. So don't start with your website. To start with those conversations, reaching out, building your network. And you mentioned there, well, what if you only have like 100 followers across your social media platform? And just think, if you were standing in a room speaking in front of 100 people, you know, that's a lot of people. You could get a lot of engagement, and all you need to get started in your business is one client. All you need to grow your business is one more client. And once you can get one client, then you just replicate that to get the next one and the next one, and you'll just streamline that process as you go. So yeah, just be yourself, have those conversations. And that's really what small business, early stage marketing is really all about.
I love that. I love that. And I have used that example. If you think about local marketing, right? If you were to, you know, how you have different, if you were to have an event, say you wanted to have an in-person workshop, if you were to get a room that, you know, to hold the people that you want to have at your workshop, you can get different sizes depending on capacity. If you're looking to get a capacity, a room or an event venue that can have house 100 people, you'd be paying, you know, that would be a significant investment. Oops, you hear that thunder?
Is that fun?
Yeah, just a loud thunder. Okay, I guess you didn't hear it. That's good. That's good. But yeah, back on point, you would be paying, if you were to get a venue to house 100 people, that would be a significant investment versus a venue to hold, you know, an intimate workshop that can hold only 12 people, right? So your only 100 followers that's a significant amount. If you were to fill a room with those people, it's quite a number of people. So don't be daunted. Don't feel discouraged by those numbers. You're still growing. You can work your way up, but it's still a sizable audience to work with. So yes,
Yeah.
thank you for driving that point home.
I have a few clients and they just have like 100 to 200 people on their email list, and yet they have a very small following, and yet they're getting consistently clients week after week after week, because those 100 people are really interested in what they're doing. So by maintaining that conversation, the clients just keep dropping through, and she's having, well, the three of them are having phenomenal success with a small list. So you don't have to, don't worry, start with what you have.
Great, great, great. And then I wanted to, as we wrap up, what is the takeaway that you want folks that are listening? You're the average coach or consultant, daunted by marketing, not quite sure what to do next. As you mentioned, you shared some great advice as to what to focus on, and even dispel the myth or the common belief that you need to have your website in place first and foremost, which is a significant investment, or it can be anyway, depending on what route you go. I like the fact that you shared that, focus on getting clear on who you're talking to first, so that you know what to populate that website with, and you can really have the website be meaningful, or meaningfully speak to your audience once you get to know them, as opposed to starting with that and just putting very vague information in place. But what's a big takeaway that you want folks to leave with today?
Yeah, I think often when it comes to marketing for coaches and consultants who have perhaps had another life before, that it feels like they're doing something new for the first time, that they don't know how to market their business, that they're not quite sure how to show up on social media, they don't know how to have a sales conversation. And I would encourage them to think about, well, what experiences have you had to date? Who do you follow on social media? What do you like about what they're doing? What makes you comment on another post? So you already know what you like. You already know what feels good to you. So just take that inspiration. And good sales conversations are all about serving. They're all about helping people get greater clarity. It's coaching. Sales conversations are coaching conversations. Marketing is so closely aligned to coaching and helping people. So I would say, take a step back, really think about who you are, how you want to show up, and being yourself online is never wrong. People really want the real you, not the perfect you, not the perfect social media, what we think we have to be, but the real you. That's what they will buy into. That's what they're going to connect with. So really don't be afraid to be yourself and do it the way that feels right for you, whatever that pace may be, and then just go for it.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Such great value today. Where can people stay in touch with you? If they want to be in your space and hear more tips that you share as it relates to marketing their businesses.
So online, I hang out on Facebook. I have a Facebook group. I love the community aspect there. So do come and join the conversation and be part of that community. It's called the Dream Clients Club. I am on LinkedIn. I'm quite active there, and there you just find me at Melitta. I've been on LinkedIn since the very beginning, so that's just Melitta, no anything else. So I'm easy to find there, and of course you can always find out more about my content and free resources and podcast at melittacampbell.com.
And once you're signed up for Melitta's resource, the Marketing Made Simple course, you'll have access to her via email. So I imagine that persons can respond at any time to ask any questions that they have, as well as they'll continue to hear from you via email. About what you're doing, any new resources that you're coming out with that can help them with their marketing. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a whole heap of resources that I share as well. So I've got the book, Shy Girl's Guide to Networking. There's resources around that. I have lots of free networking events and masterclasses and all sorts of things. So yeah, once they're in that program, they'll be notified by email. And if they follow me on social media, there'll be clues there as well. But I think email is really the best way to stay up to date with everything that's happening.
Great. All right, so there you have it, folks. Thank you again, Melitta, for joining us and being a part of this expert panel. Thank you for giving up your time and these high-value resources, both the Marketing Made Simple business resource, of course, as well as the social media audits that you've made available to 5 lucky persons who sign up for this giveaway. Again, you can do so at coachingprofitgiveaway.com during the window of May 9th to 20th. All right, look forward to seeing you on the inside, and I'll see you on the next broadcast. Bye, everyone.
Bye.